doing 2 drops a week with the influencer marketing doing what it's supposed to do, and the paid marketing doing what it's supposed to do, it's definitely possible. We can't forget about the influencer marketing. I know, we can't count money that we ain't got because we obviously don't know exactly what it's gonna do. But if that goes crazy, then that's probably all of the revenue. I really honestly think, I could be crazy, call me crazy, I'll die on this mountain, but I think the plan we have for influencer marketing and the people that we picking for influencer marketing, we can probably do 12 to 18x with them.
Where's that number coming from? Just like
your
assumption.
Just assumption. Just a hunch.
I can't argue for it or against it because I just don't know what it'll do. I've never seen actual numbers behind it. Yeah. Hopefully,
I mean, the biggest thing we've done in the past was with Watch Jazzy, probably 2017.
Yeah, we can't compare that.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, back then.
How did that do?
Huh?
How did that do?
It did great. We was probably good. I think I paid $200 and they $5,000.
Mm-hmm.
So it was, but the way, you gotta think about the way we doing it and who we contact. The people that we reaching out to, they got high engagement.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And we tailoring stuff. You know what I'm saying? Around their situations, with our brand, God is sensational. Ask God to forgive me. To remove my enemies. Now I'm single. Stuff like that. That's where we win. And I think it's the same effectiveness, if not more, than Shade Room in the early days. So I mean, that's where I get that number from. And Shade Room was more than that, really.
Shade Room, the first time that we did
a 20 roll
was a 20.
Spend 2, make 40.
So close to it, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. And that's, we haven't even really mentioned Shade Room or nothing like that. But yeah, I mean, we just got to keep in mind the influencer marketing budget that we have and what we're spending on that, and just try to always say, okay, 10 to 12 pro as a minimum. So if we're spending 50 to 75, that should account for 500,000 to 750,000 of the revenue for the month. So if we do everything around that, 2 drops a month, 2 drops a week times 8, that's 800,000. If we go on with the same rule of thumb, every drop is worth 800,000. And then we figure out, so that's 8 days out the month, so we got an additional 22 days as far as, making up whatever. We can't predict what days people gonna post, but we know this is the budget we got and this is what we expect to get from these posts. So with that in mind, we just use that and say, okay, 750,000 is coming from influencer. 800,000 is coming from drops. So that leaves 450,000. Mm-hmm. And we just spread that over 22 days. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
The only thing that's up in the air is influence. But we gotta make some type of assumption and projection somewhere.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's I think that's one thing we kind of we forgot is that But then 450,000, and the budget we have for Facebook and Instagram is 125,000. So that leaves Facebook and Instagram for us to make 450,000. The ROAS has to be between 4 and 5, maybe even less because it's 125,000.
Yeah, when I get back today, I had George do a
we on the same page or like will it make sense as far as?
Yeah, it makes sense. It's just projections. That's
Yeah.
where it's like, it's a good plan, but we won't know until we know.
Right. Now that's what I'm saying. Like if one of these things does better, then that's even you know, if we can get an 8 row as, you know,
Right.
off of paid, then that makes our life a lot easier. It's either like, okay, we can slow down somewhere or we can just, you know, just make more money.
Right.
But based off of what we know, drops can potentially make 100,000 if we do them right. 100,000 plus. Facebook and Instagram, we can sit at between 4 and 5 ROAS if it's done right. You know, even if it's not done right, it still should be that, in my opinion. And the influencer, you know, sitting at a 10 with the influencers. And that's, like I said, that's at a 10. I honestly think we can do up to like 18, 20 ROAS with the influencers.
Got a good idea.
Alright, that's cool. I just want to, you know, just come up with that. So that's the plan. Like influencer, paid, organic, and that's the breakdown.
Let Trolley know now so you create this little.
Even if we go down a little bit as far as the what the collections might make, but if we get 100, but the collections can still sell out throughout the rest of the day. Yeah.
I'm just worried that if the influencer stuff doesn't work, then we're gonna have to
Let them do
find something else.
Look at what announcements that we did April. And we already know the big things we did in April that we didn't do in May, but look, we talk about customer results, talk about product. You know, it's just hard to believe it was that big of a drop off that fast. Like,
Did we send an email today? We did. How's it going?
Horrible.
What?
It's a test, you know. We only have gotten 5,000 sessions to the site, and of that 5,000 sessions, we've made $3,600. The usual, like, okay, is session, dog. Above average, session $2, killing it, anything over that. That's like this scale that I've found for us that it's like, I can tell right away, like, oh, this is hitting. If we're like at a $3 per session,